Tallinn is where medieval beauty meets digital innovation, a city where ancient towers and modern tech coexist in harmony. This capital of Estonia has become one of Northern Europe's most compelling travel destinations, not just for its fairy tale old town, but for the lifestyle it offers to both locals and visitors. Life here is clean, efficient, and surprisingly creative, wrapped in Baltic charm and fueled by digital ambition. The heart of the city beats strongest in the Old Town, a UNESCO World Heritage Site with cobblestone streets, Gothic spires, and centuries-old buildings. Locals move through this area every day, not as a tourist trap, but as a vibrant part of their routine. Cafes line the streets and people sip their coffee against the backdrop of medieval walls. Life is slower here, more intentional, but still deeply connected to everything modern Estonia has to offer. Walk up the hill to the government quarter, and you're suddenly in the seat of power, both political and symbolic. The parliament works inside a pink Baroque palace built atop an ancient limestone cliff, while Estonia's digital infrastructure, from e-residency to online voting, runs invisibly beneath it. Life here is digitally advanced, paperless in most ways, and many public services can be accessed with just an ID card. Head down the hill again and find a different rhythm in the creative districts. Former factories and warehouses are now art galleries, theaters, and community spaces. Life in these neighborhoods is filled with design, street art, and conversations about climate, tech, and new ideas. This is where Estonians imagine their future, and that optimism is contagious. Further out, you can escape to massive parks, quiet neighborhoods, and the Baltic Sea coastline. In summer, beaches buzz with locals enjoying the 20-hour daylight. In winter, the city transforms into a snowy wonderland, with outdoor skating rinks and cozy markets. The contrast is striking, but the pace of life remains balanced. People here speak Estonian, a Finno-Ugric language that's unlike anything in the rest of Europe, but you'll hear Russian, Finnish, and increasingly English in public spaces. The population of Tallinn is just over 437,000, making it a capital with a village feel. You can walk or bike almost anywhere. Public transport is free for registered residents, and infrastructure is designed to prioritize efficiency, safety, and the environment. Tallinn's economy is powered by technology, tourism, shipping, and finance. Estonia is often called Europe's Silicon Valley, and Tallinn is the center of that revolution. Many international startups operate from here, thanks to the nation's digital-first policy. But it's not all work. Estonians are known for their love of nature, wellness, and culture. Weekends are often spent hiking in the countryside, relaxing in a sauna, or attending music and film festivals. Outside the capital, Estonia opens into vast forests, wetlands, and rural traditions. National parks like Lahemaa and Summa offer dense pine forests, coastal cliffs, bogs, and rivers. These places aren't just for tourists. They're part of the Estonian way of life. People go mushroom picking, bird watching, or just walking in silence. Nature here is sacred, and the air feels cleaner than almost anywhere in Europe. City life blends seamlessly with rural culture. In summer, urbanites head to their country cottages, and festivals celebrating folk music and dance fill small towns. In winter, the same towns host traditional markets, snow-covered castles, and cozy candlelit cafes. Estonia celebrates all seasons equally, making it a year-round destination. The cultural life of Estonia is equally rich. In Tallinn, you can explore the nation's art scene at the Modern Art Museum, or experience folk heritage in open-air exhibitions that show what life was like in the 18th and 19th centuries. Music is a huge part of national identity, from the world-famous song festival grounds to jazz clubs and techno events. Estonia's museums preserve not just history, but the resilience of a nation that has been occupied by empires, but always found a way to retain its soul. Whether it's Soviet history, medieval legends, or the struggle for independence, every stone has a story. Locals remember, reflect, and keep moving forward. Where to stay? Tallinn offers options for every traveler. Luxury hotels sit beside boutique guest houses, and cozy hostels are tucked into historic neighborhoods. In creative districts, you'll find artist-run B&Bs with handmade interiors and a focus on sustainability. In the center, high-rise hotels with panoramic views give you a glimpse of the city from above. Food plays a big role in Estonian life. Expect traditional dishes with a modern twist. Rye bread, herring, elk, wild berries, all crafted with local ingredients and Nordic presentation. There's a growing movement toward organic food, foraging, and farm-to-table dining. Markets are a big part of the local rhythm, and cafes are community hubs where people catch up, work, or just reflect. Tallinn's weather brings contrast. Summer is light-filled and energetic, with temperatures between 18 degrees Celsius and 22 degrees Celsius. Autumn is crisp and colorful. Winter can drop well below freezing, but brings holiday magic and long nights that invite introspection. Spring is short, sweet, and symbolic of renewal. Locals embrace every season, dressing for the weather and adjusting their pace accordingly. The best time to travel depends on your interests. If you love light and outdoor activity, visit from late May to August. For snowy scenes and holiday festivities, come in December. If you prefer fewer crowds and milder weather, aim for September or late spring. Estonia isn't just about what you see, it's about how you feel. The air, the silence, the light. Public transportation is extensive and easy to use. Buses, trolleys, and trams run efficiently. Apps make it simple to plan your route. The Tallinn card provides access to many attractions and free public transport. Digital convenience is a national strength, and even visitors benefit from it. One of the unique aspects of Estonia is how deeply personal it feels. It's a place where introverts thrive, where silence is appreciated, and where people express themselves through craft, code, and creativity. The pace is calm, the smiles are subtle, and yet everything works with astonishing efficiency. In Tallinn, every corner has a story. Ancient towers look out over glass office buildings. A medieval square hosts a jazz festival. A Baroque park neighbors a digital startup hub. People move from a folk dance to a sauna, from coding an app to skiing in the forest. It's not just a travel destination, it's a way of living. Life in Tallinn is for those who appreciate layers. History beneath your feet, nature at your doorstep, and the future at your fingertips. Estonia may be small, but its soul is expansive. It welcomes quietly, deeply, and leaves you changed. If you've been searching for a place that combines meaning, rhythm, peace, and progress, then Tallinn isn't just worth a visit. It's worth understanding. Let it surprise you. Let it slow you down. Let it show you what modern life can look like when built on old stone, ancient forests, and visionary minds. Tallinn by day is charming, but Tallinn by night? That's where the city reveals its deeper pulse. When the sun goes down, especially in the long summer months when twilight lasts until nearly midnight, the Estonian capital comes alive with music, creativity, and a nightlife scene that's refreshingly diverse, chilled out, and full of character. The rhythm of the night in Tallinn doesn't scream for attention. It invites you in quietly, then keeps you there with mood, craft, and authenticity. You won't find massive party avenues or over-commercialized bar streets. Instead, what you'll find are intimate spaces, atmospheric venues, and a nightlife culture that reflects Estonia's soul. Thoughtful, creative, and surprisingly wild once the evening warms up. Start your evening in the Old Town, where centuries-old buildings host bars tucked into stone cellars, jazz lounges under vaulted ceilings, and candle-lit taverns that seem straight out of a medieval fantasy. Here, people sip craft beer, mead, or local cocktails while listening to live piano or acoustic sets. The vibe is warm and elegant with a rustic undertone. It's not unusual to find a wine bar next to a dive bar, each with its own loyal crowd. Step into one of the speakeasy-style bars that have become popular in recent years. You may need a password, or you may just need to find the unmarked door. But once inside, it's all handcrafted cocktails, soft lighting, and that feeling that you've just discovered something special. Bartenders in Tallinn are artists. They don't just mix drinks, they tell stories with ingredients. Local berries, foraged herbs, smoked infusions, and homemade bitters all find their way into the glass. If you're looking for more energy, head to the Teleskivi Creative City District. This former industrial area is now the epicenter of Tallinn's creative nightlife. It's not just about bars and clubs, it's about atmosphere. Street art covers the buildings, open-air patios host DJ sets, and you'll find everything from experimental electronica to indie rock and underground techno. People dance here not for status or scene, but for connection. There's a refreshing lack of pretension. Everyone is just here to vibe, and that energy is magnetic. Clubbing in Tallinn is a kaleidoscope of sounds and styles. There are venues that specialize in deep house, techno, funk, and even Estonian folk fusion remixes. DJs from Berlin, Helsinki, and Riga often drop in, and local talent keeps the calendar full. Clubs are usually mid-sized, cozy by international standards, which creates a sense of intimacy and community. Even during high season, the crowds feel manageable. You can breathe, move, and genuinely enjoy the music. If you're visiting in the summer, Tallinn's nightlife spills out onto rooftops, courtyards, and waterfront terraces. The light lingers, the air is soft, and the city feels open and cinematic. Locals love to gather at seaside bars or outdoor movie screenings, combining the social with the serene. Even in the cooler months, you'll find cozy fireplaces, candlelit lounges, and DJs spinning vinyl sets in warm corners. There's also a rising trend of theme bars, quirky spots where the concept is half the fun. Some are dedicated to Soviet nostalgia. Others feel like Nordic cabins, pirate ships, or even libraries. Estonians love details, and it shows in the design. Whether it's retro furnishings or forest-inspired interiors, you feel like you've stepped into a curated dream. Of course, you can't talk about nightlife in Estonia without talking about sauna culture. For locals, the sauna isn't just about heat. It's about bonding, cleansing, and unwinding. And in Tallinn, that culture is merging with nightlife. There are now saunas where you can enjoy music, cocktails, and even dance events, all while relaxing in the steam. It's an experience that's deeply Estonian and unforgettable. Beyond Tallinn, the nightlife scene varies depending on the region. Tartu, Estonia's university city, has a vibrant student nightlife with budget-friendly bars, late-night kebab spots, and underground clubs that keep the energy high all week. In coastal towns like Pärnu, the summer brings pop-up beach bars, dance festivals, and night swims under the stars. Even smaller villages sometimes surprise you with a cozy pub or a lakeside gathering that goes on well into the night. And what goes hand in hand with a night out? Food. Estonia's traditional cuisine has deep roots in Northern Europe's seasons, forests, and farmland. It's honest, hearty, and increasingly refined thanks to a wave of young chefs bringing old flavors into modern form. And after a night of dancing, drinking, or just wandering the cobblestones, there's nothing more comforting than Estonian soul food. Start with black bread. Rye bread is the foundation of the Estonian table. Dark, dense, and slightly sweet, it's served with almost every meal. Spread it with butter or curd cheese, or top it with smoked fish or pickled vegetables. It's not just a side, it's a symbol of home. Then there's herring, cured or pickled, often served with potatoes, sour cream, and onions. Estonians have 1,000 ways of preparing herring, and each one tastes like tradition. Pork is another staple, especially in dishes like mulgi kapsad, which is sauerkraut stewed with barley and tender pork. It's the kind of dish that warms you from the inside out, perfect for a chilly evening. Blood sausage, or verreworst, is a winter favorite, especially around Christmas. Served with lingonberry jam and roasted potatoes, it's rich, savory, and beloved by locals. During festivals or at old-style taverns, you'll also find wild game, elk, venison, or boar, served with mushroom sauce and seasonal greens. Soups are central to Estonian food culture. A creamy mushroom soup made from wild forest mushrooms can feel like a meal and a memory at the same time. Cold beet soup in summer with a pink hue and tangy taste is refreshing and light. Every region adds its twist, but the common thread is comfort. On the street food side, look out for pirukad, stuffed pastries filled with meat, cabbage, carrots, or rice. They're portable, cheap, and perfect after a few drinks. And don't miss out on kilovoiliib, the famous sprat sandwich. It's a local delicacy topped with egg, onion, and herbs, and served on rye bread. Desserts lean toward the simple and sweet. Kama is a unique Estonian treat made from roasted grain flour mixed with sour milk or yogurt. It's nutty, tangy, and nothing like you've had before. Apple cake with custard, rhubarb pies, and berry compotes are also popular, especially in countryside cafes. As for drinks, Estonia has a deep tradition of brewing and distilling. Beer is the national favorite, and local craft breweries have exploded in popularity. Whether it's a hoppy IPA, a dark porter, or a sea buckthorn-infused sour, there's a brew for every palate. Pojala Brewery in Tallinn is a standout, and many bars offer tasting flights for the curious. Cider and mead are also part of the local landscape. Made with apples, honey, and forest berries, these drinks are refreshing and often artisanal. Estonians take pride in local ingredients, and you can taste that in every sip. When it comes to spirits, Vana Tallinn is the most iconic. This dark, aromatic liqueur tastes of rum, vanilla, cinnamon, and citrus. It's often sipped after dinner, added to coffee, or even used in desserts. There's also a tradition of herbal schnapps, often homemade and intensely flavored. These are shared among friends, offered as a welcome or used to mark celebrations. Non-alcoholic drinks include kvass, a fermented rye beverage with a mild sweetness, and birch sap in the spring, tapped directly from trees and sipped for its refreshing and mineral-rich taste. Estonia's forests don't just provide wood, they're part of the pantry. Whether you're raising a glass in a centuries-old tavern, sipping a sour beer on a rooftop terrace, or toasting with schnapps in a smoke sauna, the Estonian drinking culture is about more than alcohol. It's about community, ritual, and a deep connection to place. Nightlife in Estonia isn't just something to do. It's a part of how people live. It reflects their creativity, their independence, their quiet intensity. It respects space and mood, but never lacks for expression. There's always a rhythm to find, a flavor to try, and a moment to remember. So if you find yourself in Tallinn or anywhere in Estonia after dark, don't rush. Wander. Follow the music, the scent of bread, the glow of candlelight. You won't always end up where you planned, but you'll never be disappointed. This is a place that holds its energy until the stars come out, then releases it in all the best ways. Thank you for joining me on this journey through Estonia's nightlife and traditional flavors. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel for more deep dives into beautiful places around the world. See you in the next one.